Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening for everybody who's watching this. Before I give you something, first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Taufik Wahyu. I'm from Ahmad Dahlan University. I take the Magister of English Education of Department in Ahmad Dahlan University, Class B. And today, I'd like to give you some information about my lesson. Actually, it is some kind of review about last lesson in March 13 in Quantitative and Research Methodology from Mr. Akmal. Okay, I will not tell you from the beginning until the last one, but I am only going to tell you about the course objective, which means that what we should know, what we should get after we follow the learning at last meeting. First of the course objective is to know and understand the differences between approach and method. Okay, we're going to start from the approach itself. Approach is the basic instrument that teacher used to see the students. In this case, the approach is like the glasses for the teacher, and the glasses is used to see the students, which means the students, of course, makes both of a glass has different color because the students have different need about different how the way they learn and so on. And the second one is the method. The method is some step to or procedure to practice something in a systematic way. It means that the method is the thought of classroom activity, but we cannot only use the approach and method. We need some modification. So we need some additional like technique and strategies. I'll give you the explanation about technique. Technique is a specific way to solve the problem, and the strategies is activity in a class. So if we rearrange from the beginning until the last, we got approach at the first and method at second. The third one is technique, and the last one is strategies. And the next course objective is of course about the name of our lesson. The second objective is understand quantitative and qualitative approach. The first one, I'll give you explanation about the quantitative. In quantitative research, we classify features, count them, and construct statistical models in attempts to explain what is observed. So the researchers usually use tools such as questionnaire to collect the data, which means the quantitative is something that is related to the accounting something, get the data, and that could be the bridge for us to do our research. And the next one is qualitative. The aim of qualitative analysis is to complete detail of the description to reveal our phenomena. The data that used in qualitative is the interview, pictures, it could be pictures or videos, or object, it could be human being or so on. And then the quantitative question usually starts with how, what, or why, rather than qualitative question usually starts with what or how. And then I'll tell you about the strengths and weakness of each approach to do some research. The first one is qualitative. The qualitative research, the qualitative method, is rich with some data, but it is time consuming and let's be able to generalize. But the quantitative data is more efficient, able to hypothesize, but maybe miss contextual data because we cannot get all the data from the respondent. Okay, because such as the quantitative is such like the instrument is questioner, right? So if the questioner, we just get the respondent already get the answer, so they just choose not by what their opinion it is. And then actually between the qualitative or quantitative, it's depend on our perspective, because everybody has their own perspectives. So for example, if someone say that the qualitative data is not relevant because there is no data, no something that related to the counting, that is not correct, because it is actually more deeply to the respondent. So, and also the quantitative data, someone who like the qualitative data will say that quantitative data is not good because there are only from the question is not deeply. So that is depend on our perspective. That's back on ourselves. For me, in my last thesis for S1 thesis, I do my research that use both of the research between qualitative or quantitative, because I think there is something in the world is doesn't always perfect, so we need to open-minded ourselves. So I take both of the both of the methods to do my S1 thesis. So I do count the data from the questionnaire, and also I do the interview with my students and also my teacher, sorry. And then, and at the last meeting, we not only learning about that, but we get some additional materials. They are about the definition, but I only give you the definition about the theory, hypothesis, and methodology. First is theory. Theory is a set of assumptions about the causes of behavior and rules that specify how those causes act. The theory is something that had been convinced, and theory needs some research. And the hypothesis is like some prediction, which means there is no research. Someone who makes some hypothesis, they created something, some opinion by the behavior issues. And then the last one is methodology. Methodology is the basic knowledge of method. We can say that the methodology is like the bridge that gives an access to the method that focus on accomplish something, especially in the class. Okay, that's all what I can review. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.